Have you ever said, I'm not creative, I'll never be an artist, and I certainly can't draw? Well, if you have, stick around and I'll show you how you can change that right after this. Hi, I'm Tim Longwell with Longwell Art. Today we're going to help you deal with a problem a lot of people have expressed frustration over the years. They complain they're not creative, and they know they'll never be an artist, but they don't want to be an artist, but they would like to learn how to draw. Well, I'm going to show you how to start on the path to simple drawing so that you can relax, have fun, and draw or even progress to painting if that's what you'd like to do. What we're going to do is we're going to draw some simple figures. And we're going to have fun at this, and I want you to practice this as we go through later on in the week. And you can play along now if you've got a pencil and paper handy. First thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a nose with a nice triangle. Kind of a sharp triangle. Make a little dot, a curved line. Make another little dot, make a curved line. Give it kind of a C shape. Face. Another smiley. Give him some hair. Give him an ear. And there you have a face. Or how about this one? We'll make a little U-shaped nose. Get our C. An I. Do the same over here. Now remember, we don't have to be exact. We're just having fun here. Give her some hair. You can get fancy and give her hair back here behind her neck even if you want. You can even give them a neck. And there. So now you got a person. So there's many ways you can do a face. And you can have fun doing it. And it doesn't matter what it looks like because you're having fun. You're not trying to impress anybody with your drawing. You're drawing to relax. You're releasing the neurochemicals in your brain that bring you joy and happiness while you're drawing. So you want to have fun because fun brings you happy, right? Another thing people fight with is clouds. In fact, most people draw a cloud kind of like this. And that works. But what if you drew a cloud like this? And it don't matter which hand you draw it with. You can finish shading it in. You just kind of slowly taper off the cloud so it fades away even in your drawing. You add some shapes in for the shapes of the clouds. And you can have a little fun. Even draw you some lightning bolts coming down. Rain cloud. Another big one that people complain about that they say is hard to draw is a tree. And it's really not. Most people draw a tree like this. Draw a line up, come over here and get the other side. Then they make a big curly, kind of like they're clouds around the other side. And that's the start, it gives the idea. But what if you wanted to add a little bark and a little decoration and maybe some limbs inside your tree? Well, then what you do is you come up, make a limb, and come up, make a limb, come up, make a limb, and come up, make a limb. Just make them anywhere you want to go. And at the same time, you notice it's making your bark. And if you go over the same limb more than once, that's no big deal. But there are no straight lines in nature, so it doesn't really matter if you get it just right. Because if you're drawing real life, those straight lines aren't there anyway. Let's say you want to put a knothole in the thing. You just take your darker color, kind of make it oval, because invariably those knotholes are kind of oval. Do it like that. Another way you can do it, you just bring your line up like that. Make your oval out here on the end. Bring it like that. Color your oval in. And that's a hollow at the end of a tree limb. See? No problem. It's on the tree. And there's more than one way you can do it. You can put leaves on it like this, just by making little marks. You can add twigs to your trees. So you can make a winter tree that way if you want. And then there's nothing wrong with putting your big fluffy around after that with a canopy. Just don't curlicue it as tight. And then when you're shading in your tree, leave your branches showing as you paint over and over them. Those are just some simple tips that you can do so that you can draw, and nobody can tell you can't draw anymore. And remember, it doesn't matter how silly it looks, because you're not looking to get it perfect, so you don't have to get frustrated. You're having fun. Let it look like whatever it's going to look like. The sillier it is, the more funny it is, the more fun you're going to have, the healthier you're going to be. Now, what I'd like you to do for the next few days is I'd like you to take and practice on making your trees, make your faces, and also drop it just like you would as a kid. Have your tree in your house and the people in the front yard. Use the tricks for the faces you want. It doesn't matter if they're stick figures or big fat round bellies. If you want to make your people like this, it doesn't matter. Remember, you're having fun. Doesn't matter what they look like. Just get back to that childlike freedom of putting whatever comes out on paper. And we'll check with you next time to see how you're doing. Now, if you like the tips you received today and you want to learn more, be sure and click the subscribe button. Check out the videos they'll be over here. Check out the videos over here, and we'll catch you next time with Tim Longwell of Longwell Art, joining you for Create for Contentment. In the meantime, have fun.